Oh, bother.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Hearts and Minds, our Palisade Let's Play in Total War Pharaoh. So, in our last episode, Walwetes fell during the siege of Yurushalem, and, well, he's got just a dude. I don't even know his name.
Yes,
he's
just
got
so.
Kelia here in his place, just kind of standing in until we can get him back. Which means that without proper leadership, Ashkelon is temporarily safe. We could always march on Pell as well, although I believe that's a totally different tribe. Well, no, it says Yurushalem. Ashkelon is a different tribe altogether. So we could actually start marching on Pell, and that would actually make sense why Yurushalem was such a tough fight. Because, well, it was a regional capital, or it was a capital for a faction, which totally makes sense. Now, taking a look at our actual lands, we're still suffering a little bit. We do not have the kind of food that we need, although we are getting other resources mostly through trade. So what we're going to have to do is really invest in getting some food and stone, and I want to say bronze in. I think that's where we're really hurting. All of that being said, let's go ahead and get into the next turn. Well, before we do that, let's check out what else we can get done. We do have a royal decree available, and we really need to lean into getting some food for our country. So I think that's what we're going to do. It's only going to give us +5 if we're, in prosperity, but we can always decide to, bring on the collapse of the Bronze Age and get more food as a result. Now, let's see. What else can we get done? We'll look at our reminders. We do have a settlement upgrade available over at Yapo. Don't know if that's really the right thing to do right now. Actually, we can't. We don't have we don't have enough stone to do it. Let's take a look at our unequipped ancillary. We'll go ahead and give him, well, I guess we can only give him Sea Ravager, which is fine. I don't really love it, but it doesn't really matter because he's not going to be leading the charge anyway. So let's go ahead and get into the next turn. We'll see what we can get done.
Only the strong will survive.
Oh, and it looks like Naaman has declared on us. Everyone really hates us, so this is going to be something that probably happens pretty frequently. And it looks like these guys are offering quite a bit of food, but they want our bronze, and I just cannot give them 609 bronze, not when we're in the red for it. And that's really going to be it for that. So let's take a look and see what else we can get done. We're going to check out our new enemies down here. Now, I'm curious, are they the owners of both of these? Where is Hathor? I have no idea. I imagine it's down here. We're probably going to try to force vassalage on this kingdom down here. Let's actually zoom out just a little bit, because we don't really need to go into Sinai. I'm thinking that's probably exactly what we'll do. I don't know Azadi. Although, if we took Azadi, that would give us claim to the Egyptian crown. And we could start making a play to see what all we could get done with that. But let's just keep that in mind, because Yurushalem, or not Yurushalem, but Pell up here, I believe, also gives us a claim to the crown as well. Let me just double check on that. It doesn't want to tell me. I'll have to just keep an eye on that.
Prosper at all costs.
Now we're going to give our troops another turn, maybe two, to go ahead and get fully re-equipped. I know that we're giving the people of Pell extra time, but I want to have a full-fledged army when we make our move on them. And we have an unequipped ancillary. Not sure which ancillary we have that's available. We'll go with the common medium armor. That's fine. Common medium shield. We're not giving him a bludgeon. We're not giving him our healer. And no, so that should be good. And continuing on. And I do hope that everyone is doing well. For those of you who are fans of Total War Warhammer, we've got a huge update coming, so that's very exciting. It's Shemsu Hor, so we can actually start taking advantage of all of the Shemsu Hor stuff now that we're in the second season. Let's take a look at our war spoils. Fuel your war campaign by raising strategic settlements and looting valuable treasures from them. So let's see. And I know it's going to start working us back the more settlements that we own. So that's kind of a big concern. Now, who's got big food stores? That's what I want to know. Okay, I see how it works now. So the higher the settlement tier, the more stores you're going to get. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, like I said, we don't want to have a huge empire, so what we're going to do is probably move into that 4 to 6 settlement range. The highest that we're going to go is that 7 to 9 settlements. I don't want to take away our ability to really capitalize on our, on our war spoils system as well. And we could go for either of these paths to power. We don't really want to get into either of those. We'd like to forge our own path, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go with the path of the Sea Peoples. And for those of you who have never looked at the path of the Sea Peoples, we'll just talk about it right now. So navigate the fate of your people and shape their identity and strengths. Chart your path across the sea of history with the help of your armies, settlements, and outposts. Sharpen your blades and bolster the strength of your dwellings or any combination thereof. More hordes and tribal outposts strengthen your herdsmen and raider identities. Stronger and more numerous hordes strengthen your raider and craftsman identities. And then more settlements and non-tribal outposts strengthen your farmers and craftsmen identities. And stronger and more numerous armies strengthen your herdsman and farmer identities. We'll have to take a look at what all of those really mean. That's very interesting. If you wish to get your bearings and reconsider your tribal identity, you can always perform the Akish ceremony. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to select that path. And right now we are pushing into the horde. Well, we're pushing into this lower left section over here. So we're more raiders right now. That's our tribal identity. Very cool. Okay. And let's see what else we can get done. We still have our same deities. We could pick a new deity at some point, I want to say. Not sure exactly when we can do that, but we do have our very own pantheon. I want to see what the Canaanite gods are. So we've got El, Asheram, Yam, Moloch, Baal. Okay, very interesting. I'm really surprised that, oh, that's Hittite. So I'm really surprised that, because this would be around the same time as the founding of Jerusalem, or of the, formation of the kingdom. I'm really surprised that there is no Yahweh. I wonder why. Regardless. And let's see what we can do. Maybe build another tribal outpost. It's only going to cost us 200. I don't want a tribal outpost right here, actually. I'd rather have it closer to the settlement itself. So let's do that. And then next turn,
warriors.
we should have our big dog back. So let's go ahead and move towards that. We're going to go ahead and get ready to attack Pell. Hopefully it'll be an easier fight than the one for Yurushalem. And that should be it for this turn. We do have an imminent rebellion up at Megiddo. We're going to have to be careful about that. Let's raise an army real quick, actually, while we're sitting here. The generals just don't really stand out in this game like they do in Total War Warhammer.
Anything else?
It's unfortunate, but I mean, they just all seem kind of generic. I mean, and it's hard not to, but you guys know what I mean. Let's take a look real quick at you. What does this one do? What does presence give us? Presence is minus upkeep, so we're gonna need presence, that's for sure. Especially for a garrison army.
I fight for my brothers. I do what must be done to survive. Troops! Troops! Troops!
And he's going to be the leader of our Canaanites for the time being.
What do you need?
And I would really like it if their armor actually changed based off of what you got them. I think that would be really cool. Like their attributes and weapons and all that stuff. But it's okay.
Life is not fair.
And it is time. You're getting
Neither
kicked
am
to the
I.
curb, my friend. If I can find that button to kick you to the curb. There we go. It's time for Walwetes to take back his position.
No one shall deny my people a new home.
Okay, and we've got a new ambition. So, borders. What borders? They have taunted you long enough. Show the world your unquestionable might. March on your enemies' benighted lands. Shine your light upon them to make them yours. So we could destroy Yurushalem, which is what we're already on our way to do. That's pretty good. We could be a conqueror at the gates. Let's see what that is. You all have heard tell of a neighboring settlement whose people would welcome you with open arms if you somehow first bypass the closed gates. Surely not a challenge. Capture and occupy any settlement. That'll get us plus 1,000 food. not quite as good, but let's take a look at Path of Conquest. Enemy siege holdout time. That's pretty strong, but not for just 10 turns. Whole civilizations quake with fear as your boats reach their shores. The false glory that they revel must be dismantled piece by piece. So achieve civilization state of crisis. I'm not sure how to get us to that point yet, so I don't know that that's really the I mean, that's really cool. We're gonna destroy Yurushalem.
By will or sheer determination.
Let's get it done. Oh, let's take out their army in the
aside,
field.
Canaanite.
And of course, they're going to beat us, right, as usual. I do like that though, the Habiru Raiders. Those look like they're gonna be tough to deal with. Let's wipe out this army as quickly as we can, and then hopefully we'll be ready for the next group to come in as well. I don't know about all these Shasu and all that stuff. I've never seen those before. Let's get into it.
I've heard they are used to dying.
Walwetes was known as the Lion for many reasons. He was strong, he was brave, but he was also prideful. His doctors had told him how foolish his pride was when he decided to march forward and finish off the people of Yurushalem without taking the time to properly heal. His doctors would end up being right. Though his men were eager to have him back in the field, Walwetes was not the same as he had been before the Battle of Yurushalem. He was eager to get this fight over with, more eager than he should have been. And so, this is why it's assumed that he did not do proper scouting before the Battle of Pel Pass. Had he done so, he might have known of the second army coming from the city of Pel itself and prepared for it. Instead, he led his troops into one of the deadliest ambushes of the Bronze Age.
Your warriors have been routed.
This is where we ended.
The Peliset people had become known for their strategy of surround and destroy for their enemies, and so the general leading the Yurushalem army had baited the Peliset into surrounding themselves, only for his army, coming from the garrison, to flank and destroy the Peliset corps. This only led to a horrible bloodbath that the Peliset may never recover from.
Too much blood!
No! Too much! Too much! There is no hope!
Is this the end of us? We will fight another day. Every man for himself!
Though they fought as men possessed, the Peliset could not overcome this overwhelming force, and so many of them began to flee. And Walwetes was once again injured in the course of the battle.
Your warriors have been routed.
No more of this! Too much! Too much!
Your warriors are wavering.
Behind of us!
I will not die here!
By the gods, your warriors are rallying. Your warriors are wavering.
And a horrible defeat for the Peliset people. We have been actually stopped.
This battle didn't go quite as planned.
Absolutely not. And we won't see Walwetes for another 3 turns. So we're going to go back for our boy here. Let's see. Oh no, we can't recruit him for 5 turns. So we're going to have to go with a new guy.
I fight for my brothers in
And
arms.
just hope
do
that
what must be
we
done
can,
to be strong
we
in
can
this
get out of
world.
here. Let's see if we can force
Prepare
march
for
our
a
way at
long
least
march.
back into friendly territory. And we've got to get our we got to get ourselves back to Yurushalem. That was a nightmare.
Speak quickly.
And I'm a little
Go and
taken
bother someone
aback
else.
by just how readily they destroyed us. We also have
I
a
slaughtered people who
revolution
bother me.
happening over here. We want to get as many units as we can built up so that we can fend off our new
I
enemies.
fight for my brothers. I do what must be done to survive.
And then let's get a... Well, we can't do that just yet. We need to get a rally field. Let me pin this real quick, see what kind of units we can get. Palastu? Yeah, Palastu militia. Let's see what else will go up this tree. Palastu slingers. And this I don't like. I'm not sure if there's a UI option to actually be able to see, but if you guys know, please let me know. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be able to recruit Palastu from here, from Megiddo. Now, I don't really know anything about the Palastu, so you guys let me know what you know about them as well. And we definitely need some archers here. Our slingers were just not able to get it done. Yeah, so it looks like it's all going to be Palastu, which I guess are our natives. And then we've got, of course, Canaanites, just your general Canaanites as well. Okay, and we'll just keep on pressing on. Just because you take a defeat doesn't mean that time stops moving. Anyway, in other news, I do hope that you guys are looking forward to the new update for Total War Warhammer. I know it's going to be a really cool one. And Ashkelon has declared upon us as well. We are surrounded. And they're going for Yurushalem. It's going to be another nasty battle. Don't know if we can pull this one off. These are just Canaanite sellswords, so we might be able to, but we don't really have anything that can beat them back either. So let's get into this battle. This will probably be where we end things today. So let's do it. As the forces of Ashkelon approached the city, the defenders of Yurushalem were eager to test their new defenses. They had never before been able to utilize such narrow passageways in the defense of a city. They had nearly been defeated by these passageways, and so they were going to show the people of Ashkelon just how well they could adapt. While the main army prepared to engage with the forces of Ashkelon, the best of the defenders decided to go around and provide a flanking maneuver. This would not only be something that the swordsmen did, but something that the missile units would do as well, providing wide open canvas for them to shoot upon. As the swordsmen approached the pass, the warriors of Ashkelon looked back only to find themselves surrounded. Here is where the battle would be decided.
One of your units has depleted their ammunition. Your warriors are waiting.
Run away, traitor! Time to fight! Bob, save us!
I can hardly breathe!
Gods have mercy! In the end, you will fall!
Your warriors are wavering.
I will break you, marauders! I am the fury of the sea! Let's get out of here! Taruana roars at our enemies!
Stone them!
We will fight another day!
As the Axelon lines began to collapse, the warriors of Yurushalem, who now pledged themselves to Peliset, found a new sense of pride.
They will sing of my
They were
victory!
eager to fight for their new lord, more than they had been for their own people.
Raining! We will adjust tactics accordingly!
And this would be something that would spread throughout the region, or at least that was the Peliset dream. And we were able to hold. I was starting to worry that we were going to be on a losing streak this time, but we were able to take it down. We're going to add to our treasury, our food stores, just a little bit. Not going to help too much, but it's going to help a little. And it does look like Yurushalem wants some peace. And with all of these wars being fought as it stands now, we're going to have to give up on our ambition just for the, just temporarily. So let's go ahead and accept their demands. We'll see if we can get a little bit more food out of them. That's just a single barter. I'd like something a little bit more balanced for us. So let's get rid of the single barter. We'll go for a barter agreement. Gonna see if we can get some more food in. Let's go for 10 turns. Okay. Oh. So 163 food for 10 turns it is. And I think that works. Let's do it. We will come back for Yurushalem
I fight
another
for my
day.
brothers in arms,
Unfortunately,
and do what must
it
be
is
done
not
to be strong
this
in
day.
this world.
So let's go ahead and
Drop
get
anchor.
into Yurushalem and try to protect it as best as possible. This rebellion is growing. It's definitely a concern. So we're going to just have to keep
I
on
fight
doing
for
our
my
best to
brothers.
recruit as much
I
as
do
we
what
can.
must be done to survive.
Hopefully, even though we're not able to keep up with the level of their recruitment, we'll be able to hold them back.
Raiding
Let's see
time.
what kind of force that we actually have within Megiddo itself. I don't want to see Dupree. I want to see Megiddo. And interesting. I'd like to experiment and see what that happens when we grant sovereignty. I've never seen that before. I've never seen anything like that before, really. All right, now let's see what else we've got. So we've got 7 garrison in here. But they're mostly recruits. And just plain skirmishers. So we're going to have a problem. They've got better troops than we do, as usual. So that is going to be something that we look at next Friday. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So, as always, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll catch you in the next one. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know, because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.